Hey there guys, what's happening? This is the fourth of my series. This is the Boneyard in west. The reason I say west, there's a lot of loot to the west of the Boneyard. Now the eastern side of the Boneyard is nothing but trouble. You got maybe 4, 5, 6 teams always in there because they like to land in the middle of the map. Now when I start the Boneyard in the southern end here, I'll go into warehouses. Sometimes there's 2 or 3 crates in here. This time there's 1. Now when I start at the north end of the Boneyard, I'll go into the buildings. In those buildings, in those side hallways, open those doors. Because people are running that hallway looking for a crate or anything or a pile of money, and they don't push open those doors. So in the buildings at the north end, always try to remember to open the little doors. You'll be surprised what's inside. Now there's a teammate, so I'm getting out of the building. I don't need to compete with my teammates. Now, as you see, it's good that my team followed me because there's going to be a lot of action in the Boneyard. There usually is. And the minute you get marked, you're going to get whacked. I've been whacked within 10 seconds of being marked. It's just crazy. I don't know where all these players think that the way to win the game is to blood money on other players. It usually doesn't work that way. I played with people in the open lobby with 12 kills, and they didn't have $200,000. Because the problem is, you're killing 12 people, but some of those 12 people that you killed, some of their teammates killed you. So that money you get, you lose. If you could keep it somehow, blood money would make sense. But I see nothing that beats the crate count in blood money. Because I'm the top 1% in money gathering, in loot. So in the leaderboards, I got to where I wanted to be. That's why I made this series. Now, I'm done with the southern end of the Boneyard here. Now I'm going to work my way back northwest towards the border fence. There's 2 reasons I'm doing that. Number 1, there's usually a vehicle over there. If not, go to the northern end of the Boneyard right before the gas station. There's a dune buggy. They call it some kind of all-terrain vehicle, but it's still a dune buggy. We used to make them out of Volkswagens. So anyway, you see me work my way through. Now things are going to get hot here in a minute. What I should have done, being sometimes that I'm thinking more clearly, less beers in me, I will look for a buy station right away. As soon as I got 40 grand, 30 grand plus, I will start buying balloons. Now notice here that that crate was open. I did not open that crate. So I'm gonna come down, I'm gonna look again.
I'm driving. On y va.
And soon I'm gonna find another crate open. So that means that the enemy, the tangos, are in the area. So I'm getting a little more guarded now because there's competition in the Boneyard. And it generally usually comes from the east. There's the vehicle. I see a vehicle right in the center, the west side of the wall. There's a crate. Partner's down. So my teammates are getting hit. They, however, seem to be in the eastern side of the Boneyard. Now right there's another teammate, but look behind him. Here he comes. If I take this guy down, I have no idea where my teammate went. I'm playing open lobby, I'm not playing with my friends. So nobody's mic'd up. Now I'm gonna go left, I'm not going right. So now we're in an area with a bunch of enemy, and it's normal for the Boneyard. Everybody knows the Boneyard has a lot of loot. But the way I work the Boneyard is what makes me different with it. From the north, I'll get the buildings first, work my way along the western side, from the south the same way. Go east a little bit, but I don't work the east side all the way up. It's just too much of a chance of getting shot down. All right, we're top team. Now here's the... Now I'm marked. I knew that didn't take long. Now I'm in a little bit of a hurry here because there's enemies around. So I'm looking quickly at the map and I'm looking at the wrong buy station. There was one closer to me. Right there outside the wall. So I opt for the one all the way down at the warehouse. I should have taken one right here by the vehicle. But that's okay, so you go see what's coming up with it. I'm gonna get another guy.
Located a supply box. Secure that position.
Get my second kill. So the Boneyard, yes, if I'm in the area, I will take the Boneyard to get my loot. Just like that, I like at least 20 crates or the whereabouts. So far, the downtown didn't get that many crates, but it got a chunk of money. So, you know, you have your pluses and minuses. I was already here. But these guys will hide inside the planes, as you're fixing to see. Okay, here's my starting point. And that's my error here. When I had started out, I should have got a balloon right away, and I didn't. Just when there's a lot of action around me, I tend to get a little nervous and I don't follow my set routine. I suppose we all do. That's why we love the game. All right, I'm getting away from the balloon, from the buy station to put the balloon up. I'm gonna take the balloon away from it because I'm marked. Now watch what happens. So now it's getting pretty hefty. I'm a wanted man. I got rid of my wanted red zone by putting the money up. But as you see here, it's getting pretty hectic. So I'm gonna try to work my way up to that vehicle and go west of the Boneyard. I'll show you then where the western part of the Boneyard, where the loot is. Marking the 4x4. But like a dummy, I'm going towards it. But eventually I'm gonna go back to the Boneyard, and this time the guy is gonna get me. Now these 4x4s, quads, are the fastest vehicle in the game. They're faster than a helicopter because the helicopter slows down to land. It has to slow down, the quad doesn't. Now here I am, like a dummy, here I go. Right into the middle of it, so he shoots me down. Checking out the Boneyard. Now from there I'm gonna go west. That's the whole area right here I work. On the western side, there's scattered buildings and the bunkers. Now north of the Boneyard is the gas station with a dune buggy. That's your second vehicle, if the quad isn't marked on the map. Now here I find a relay inside the big building north of the Boneyard, but my teammates are going in circles now. They're not pursuing the other contract. So I had to give up on it, bail out, went back, and like I said, I got shot down. So this time I have the dune buggy. I landed on the north end of the Boneyard and grabbed the dune buggy at the gas station. Now watch where I go. I go straight west, straight to that water tank. Now you go up a little high and get on the hill a little bit and take a look over at it, and you'll see a crate on the top of it. See it? It's not opened. So I'm gonna climb up and get the crate. You don't need to climb every water tank. Just get up in high ground next to it and look at the top. You can also tell if a crate's been opened. Okay, here comes the bunkers. Always loot in the bunkers. But before you go into bunkers, it's a good idea to go take your vehicle at one end, start on the roof, go to the northern end, and then work your way back. Saves time. Time is money in this game. So here's the first bunker. Second one's a small room. And the third one has access to another underground bunker. Right here, the trapdoor's open. Usually, almost always, maybe 60% of the time, there's crates in here and piles of money. Okay, from here, I'm gonna get in the vehicle, hit that last bunker, and I'm gonna work my way down to the 4 homes at the southern end of the Boneyard. Right there, those 4 homes, 4, 5, 6 homes. They're like a little round circle. So I'm gonna work my way down to it. There's another building here you can go into, maybe 1 or 2 crates, never really usually more. If you get a group of houses, get the houses over a single building. Now after these houses, I push back north. I go north at the northern end, the northern building in the northwest corner of the Boneyard. It's a 2-story building. It can have a lot of loot in it. There, I went back to that recon. Remember that recon I was standing by? But there was already another contract. So it led me here to the very edge of the storage. And here's where I pretty much end my game. I didn't like laying in the middle of the storage, but, you know, anything you do for the money. That basically is the whole area I punched the whole game. Now, we're going to see in a minute how many crates did I get. Because you guys are doing the killing and without any crates, you're killing yourself. In the leaderboards, you're way low. You got to have money. You can't just get it from blood money. Blood money is just a hook trying to get more players to play the game. Like I say, if you would get 100% of that person's money, then you could really make a killing and win these games doing it. But as it still stands, it's still plunder. Since I'm in the storage, I'm looking around. Time's running out. I really had basically worked the west side of the Boneyard. The east side was already infested with enemies, so I know everything in there has been looted. So I hit the edge of the storage. Now, I'll do a clip on the storage, but it'll have to be storage or something else. It's not big enough to spend the whole game in. There's the gas station. Okay, now I'm gonna work my way back towards the Boneyard. There's the fire station at the south end of the storage. I always like to hit a fire station. You see it's been looted. But I'm showing you something right now where to go in the fire station. Right through this door, go up the ladder, and check out the roof. See there, he missed it completely. Sometimes there's a crate right there. So I got a little bit of money. Now I'm coming back to the Boneyard and the game's almost over. Right now I'm just winding down the clock.
Bag is set. Bird is ready for deposit.
So it was basically all I did was a big circle. Got shot down once and pretty much had a good time with the whole thing. So if you have your pattern and know how to run the route, you can net a lot more money, guys, than what you normally get. And then in between all that, you can still chase contracts and kill each other. All right, we got 8th place. The team kind of folded on me there. So how many crates did I get out of the Boneyard and west? 19 crates. That's about right for the Boneyard. See you later.